Well, folks, here I am. It's been a long time. I'm going to zoom in for a little bit so it can just be cool. So, here we are. We are going to make a Thanksgiving prediction tomorrow in the preview of tomorrow's game. First time I'm doing this since I've done this before. So many things in videos over the past when it comes to sports, all that topic. Well, how wealthy this it's good for this tomorrow is the game, and I'm looking for 4 football games, 1 college football, 3 NFL, college basketball. Yeah, Arkansas is gonna pummel Duke. I am gonna keep my eyes on it because it's going back and forth. But yeah, and I know Texas and South Carolina is playing for tomorrow's Players Era Finals. Texas will prevail. Don Temper Tantrum Staley's bullshit. We already know. Texas got embarrassed, almost got their asses kicked, but they were up early in the first quarter until it vanished. All right, let's see if Texas. A reminder: they're going to be facing them coming up in 2026 when the conference goes on. And actually, this is Texas and South Carolina's first conference conference season opener. Well, first conference season opener this season, and but plus and Texas is 3-1 against them. 1-3 against them since joining the SEC last season, and now we're 1-4, including the NCAA tournament. So, Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. The Lions are now 54% of winning according to ESPN Analytics right there. And that game will be tomorrow at noon in my time. And so let's go with Will's report. I'm going to give out the Will report from Game On. You can go follow, subscribe to his channel. Now, the Detroit Lions are now -3, 105 spread. And now it's total under 48.5, 100 minus 120, and the total line on the money, 150. Now, this season for Jordan Love is starting to go collapse all season long. I mean, you're looking at after what happened with the Vikings on Sunday. He had 139 passing yards. The last time he has not done more than 200 yards, it was against the Panthers and lost in the field goal. 73 passing yards. 360 was a Sunday night game. Yes, their first win over 55 years at Pittsburgh for the Green Bay Packers. But only threw 3 touchdowns. Yes, and their quarterback ratings were too good since that last 5 games on passing and clean rushing. He only ran 28, but only lost to Philadelphia Eagles. So this season, he has been thrown 224 over 331, and that is 67% on completions. And right now, he is now 2,560 passing yards, 15 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and their ratings 102. So they're already projected as the early ones. These last 5 games, only 5 touchdowns, 1 interception, 102 over 155. And his career right now in Green Bay, 10,714, only 75 touchdowns. And by the way, 25 away for 100. So you can see if he can keep on going, and hopefully 1,000 completions if he can keep on going. Now, facing against the Lions. In week 1, he threw 16 out of 22, 188. 2 touchdowns. And that was when Michael Parsons only got a sack against Detroit since their last meeting. But, yeah. Now, I am going to go with the Green Bay Packers schedule. Look like this. And how wealthy it is. Here are the injury reports. Quay Walker, Nate Hobbs, Kyson Nixon. They're all expected to be questionable for tomorrow because both of them have necks and then knee MCL. Tomorrow's game, both of them are out. Lucas Van Ness, Carl Brooks, foot, ankle. They're not going to be back till December 7th. But the question was Penno Sewell, Taylor Decker, Tate Retledge. They're all questionable for tomorrow's game. They're going to start. Maybe. Oh, and Marcus Davenport. Hopefully they'll start. Very soon how their key games is going to be. And look at the season leaders. I mean, Goff's got more passing yards than Jordan Love. Rushing yards, Gibbs over Jacobs. Receiving yards, Amon-Ra St. Brown over Romeo Dobbs. Aiden Hutchinson, Micah Parsons. Well, Parsons got 10 sacks. All right. Now, Walker is questionable because Campbell's got more tackles. But the standings right now, the Packers are like 1.5 game over the Chicago Bears. Ryan Kindle's team, Sports Wars. You could go subscribe to his channel. And Ryan Kindle's RK Outpost, the Outpost. So that's just basic part of his entertaining stories and also F My Life. Good thing I didn't want to bleep it out. So there's that. So right now the Lions are also 2.5. Well, little half game, 1.5, but Detroit's right behind with Green Bay because the Bears are in first place. Chicago Chipmunks. Minnesota's kind of out of it. All right. So tomorrow's game is going to be good. The Packers schedule and the Detroit Lions schedule. I am going to look at the schedule to break it all down. These last 5 games, because right now we're 7-3-1 in the NFC North. Because we only beat the Lions in week 1. The Commanders, week 2. We lose to the Browns 13-10. Aiden Garcia. Ended the tie with the Cowboys. Yes, because of the Micah Parsons trade exchange. Defensive alignment. Yeah, we ended the tie at 40. The Bengals, we only beat the Bengals. Cardinals. At the Cardinals. Steelers. We lose to the next 2, and then we win the next 2. Giants and the Vikings. Yes, because J.J. McCarthy's performance were outrageous. So we are 5 games away 6 games away of the season, because we got the Lions back in home of the Bears, at Denver, at Chicago, back home in Baltimore, and then we wrap up at Minnesota. Now look at the Lions' schedule. Well, they won Chicago by a blowout, and then at Baltimore, close game. Cleveland, Cincinnati. Yeah, my Chiefs beat them. The shirt I'm wearing, the Super Bowl maybe. The Bucks they beat the Bucks for the revenge game, and then they lose to Minnesota. Won against the Commanders, lose to Philadelphia Eagles, and then won against the Giants. Well, the Eagles, it was a Sunday night game, but that wasn't even close enough. So Detroit's got 6 games left. Yes. And they're going to be back home against the Cowboys. And then we'll get to that in just a moment. Then at the Rams, Pittsburgh, the Steelers, the Vikings on Christmas Day, and then at Minnesota and at Chicago. Yeah, that's tomorrow's game. Now, another game that I'm going to be interesting, the Chiefs and the Cowboys. Must-see TV. The old America's team, well, the new America's team right there versus the old America's team. Yeah, right now, the Chiefs are 63.6 predicted to win this game. And you're looking at the lines. Again, the Will Report. The Chiefs are open -4.5, 110 on spread lines. On the odds of the line, and then -3 on the spread, 105, over 110, 52.5, and then money line 190. You're gonna take the over if you're a football fan, like Will. Now Mahomes been very not interested entering season because Patrick Mahomes, myself as a fan, Now, Patrick Mahomes has been not very wealthy this season. It's started to go collapsing. He has 7 picks to 18 touchdowns, almost 3,000 passing yards. Closely, hell, his career, he's almost for intercepted, but 100 interceptions and then 300 touchdowns. It's getting closer. These last 5 games, they won 3 out of 5. They lost to Denver, Buffalo, and Denver. Yeah, that game-winning field goal. And then they bounced back against the Colts. Seth's Colts. And Daniel Indiana Jones. For now, this season, he's got to get some work. Because look, it's a tight race. Mahomes, Prescott, Javonte Williams, the shirt I have in my closet for the Broncos, and he's now with Dallas. He's got more rushing yards than Kareem Hunt. But the receiving yards, Pickens got more than Kelsey. Sacks, Carl Laptis over Justin Houston, and then Nick Bolton over Murray Jr. But right now, the Chiefs are outside a playoff line because they're 6-5. Dallas is 5-1. Yes, because they're now in 10th place of both conference outside the playoff picture because either one of them is going to have to win out. And I forgot to mention the Packers and Chiefs. I am going to say the Packers will win an upset by, let's say, 10 points. Give me 10 points on under 10 points. By a score of 30-20. And this game, the Chiefs, I'm going to say the Cowboys might beat us. I'm going to take the under. I'm going to take the over, by the way. It's going to be a back and forth feast. 31-24. And by the way, it's going to be 62 degrees in AT&T Stadium. Roof's going to be close. And it's a tradition because people watch football like me. It's going to be very good. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Now, the Bengals and the Ravens. This is going to be interesting. But actually, before we go back to this, I want to check out their next schedule between the Chiefs and the Cowboys before we get to the next schedule. Right now, because they only lost 2. Chargers, Eagles won the next 2. Giants, Ravens lost 1 to the Jags. Win the next 3. Lions, Raiders, and Commanders. Lose. Yeah, we told you that. Their next opponent in a Sunday night game, the Texans and the Chiefs. That's their next opponent. And then you have the Chargers, the next 2 games at home. And then at Tennessee, Nashville. Back home against the Broncos on Christmas night. It'll be on Prime Video right here on this Chromebook while I'm recording right now. And then at Las Vegas to wrap up the season. Yeah, the Chiefs are going to have to win something out because if they don't win it, and there's going to be a major problem. So the Cowboys only lost to Philly, won against the Giants, lose against the Bears. We tell you that, and then they beat the Jets. Lose to the Panthers, beat the Commanders, lose to the next 2, Broncos, Cardinals, and then won at the Raiders, and then they win against the Eagles. We tell you that, and then they go to another home in Minnesota, and then the Chargers, and then at Washington and the Giants. So the Cowboys are going to have to go back and forth. Now the Bengals and the Ravens. The will report I'm going to be doing. Well, this is getting interesting. Let's get to that, shall we? Now, the Bengals, I say the Ravens, they're now open minus 7.5. 110. Spread 7, 120. And you're going to take the under 52.5, 115, and 360 on the line. So you're going to take that because it's going to be 37 degrees tomorrow, clear skies on the cold front at Baltimore. Now, Lamar Jackson's having a little bit decent with Joe Flacco. I mean, Joe Burrow could be back. Is Joe Burrow going to be back tomorrow? Yes, he will be. But I forgot to check the injury reports on tomorrow's Chiefs and Cowboys before we continue on. That's okay. I mean, it's football. Again, all three of them were out. Gray, Smith, Ronald Wallace. Norman Lott is on the IR. He's out for the season. Johnson on the IR. Questionable. Can Carson play because of hamstring? We'll see. You got Guyton, Diggs. They're on the IR out, and then Cornelius and Thomas. They're trying to make a come from behind back. So just think about it. Okay. Just want to be sure. Back to the injury reports. All of them are out. Wilson's not going to be back till late December. Burton, Brooks, Hendrickson, they're not going to be back till December 7. Hill, Isaac, Higgins the 4th, and well, of course they're going to be back till 14, and then Washington Jr. Byron's not going to play tomorrow because he has a knee problem, but hopefully he'll be back the next game. So Henry's not having a great season. It's not enough running gains, and then you got Brown, Jamar Chase, and Zach Flower. Hendrickson has better sacks, but he's not playing. But Green 2.5. Battle against Buchanan, 82-80 on tackles. I'm gonna take the Ravens by a blowout. It's gonna be 45-3. And it's not even close. Because the Ravens and the Bengals right now on their schedule, it's kind of a little shocking. Because their schedule you're looking at right now, because they're now on a 4-game losing streak since going back to week 3 through 8, something like that. Yeah. Ever since week 3. They're on a 4-game losing streak once again. They only won 3 with Steelers, Jags at Cleveland. Their next opponent is going to go at Buffalo, the Bills. And then Ravens at Miami on Sunday night. Cardinals, and then to wrap up the Browns. Yeah, I don't think Cincinnati's going to have a deep playoff run because it's not expecting to make that one. Because they have lost 4 in a row since then for Baltimore. Now they have won 5. They're on a 5-game winning streak with John Harbaugh. Because they got to go against the Steelers, at Cincinnati, New England, Wales Patriots, my Green Bay Packers, and you go at Pittsburgh to wrap up the season. Yeah, because my Chiefs beat them 37-20. There you go. Now, another one in football is college. Tomorrow night, Thanksgiving night. And oh man, it is going to be good. Let's see if I can find hold on. Let me get to the full scoreboard. Before we wrap this one up. Tomorrow, Memphis and Navy. Yeah, it's going to be a good game tomorrow. Just depends how wealthy this is going to come to that. John Matrix and Ryan Kino goes to Navy. Hoorah. 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 So, big football right there. Tomorrow, Navy and Memphis. Because right now, the American Conference is on the line because right now you're sitting at 6-1 with Tulane and North Texas. Because they're all fighting for their spot in the college football playoff as the Group of 5 team. So, Another one in line. Memphis is at 5.5, 115 open, and then spread on 3.5, 115 under. You're taking the under at 58.5, 115. They're minus 165 because 80.9 is Memphis. Memphis try to do something what they can. So I'm gonna pick my upset. It's gonna be Navy. Try to beat the heck out of Memphis. Because right now, Lewis against Harvath, it's gonna be a tight battle. Because he has the 8 touchdowns, 5 picks, 13 touchdowns, 6 picks. Because Lewis has had a better passing yards, but time will be running out for either teams. These last 5 games on Navy, because remember, Army and Navy is going to be facing each other in 2 weeks. They beat Temple, Florida Atlantic, lost to North Texas, got their ass spanked by Notre Dame. Yes, Ryan Kennel's hatred, #1 public enemy. And shout out to you, Ryan, if you're watching this. I know you hate Notre Dame. And then South Florida. They beat South Florida, by the way. But Memphis, East Carolina. I'm sorry. Alabama, Birmingham by a touchdown. They lost to them. They won by 3 in a field goal. South Florida, they won against Rice. They lose by heartbreaker 8 points to Tulane. And East Carolina, yep, by 4. And by the way, Sean Franchise 6's team. So there you go, guys. What you guys make of this video is almost as long as usual because yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. I might make a post-game reaction tomorrow for my Packers and then my Cowboys, all breakdowns I'm gonna be doing. It's just the way it is, it's gonna be busy for me, so I'm gonna be getting ready for some turkey, some stuffings, green beans, or corn, or something like that. And then you got some desserts. Just want to let you guys know. So let me know in the comment section down below. Smash the like button, subscribe to this channel, and yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. You guys have a safe turkey, and we'll see you tomorrow before you have a great happy Thanksgiving. So tell me, guys, what you think. Peace, I'm out. Chiefs Kingdom, and go Pack, go all the way. Until the next time.